We're going to measure the weight of the loading bearing tower. So we're going to put it on top of the scale, like so. So it's about 310 grams. So we have met the requirements because our project requirement is not exceed 700 grams, 0.7 kilograms. So we have met the requirements. So our tower is about 310 grams. The loading bearing tower can support. So we're going to use the collection of books. So our first pile of books, we're going to put it on top of the scale. As you can see, it's about 6 kilogram, and so we have here 8 kilogram and 10 kilogram of books. So we are here on the testing phase of our loading bearing tower for group 1. So we have prepared our piles of books there. The first pile is 6 kilograms, the second one is the 8 kilograms, and the last pile of 10 kilograms of books. So we're going to put the prospect on top of our project here. So we're going to carefully put our first pile of books on top of the loading bearing tower. Okay, you can see the loading bearing tower can support the 6 kilogram piles of books. So the second one, we're going to put the 8 kilograms piles of books, so it can be supported. So the last one is the heaviest one. This one is the 10 kilograms piles of books. So we're going to put it slowly on top of it. Now we can see all the 24 kilos of books can be supported by the loading bearing tower. It is because we have a triangular shape on the bearing tower. Okay, we have. So how the 300 gram of loading bearing tower can support more to or up to 20 kilogram of loads? It is because our concept design. Okay, so we have made the loading bearing tower with triangular design. As you can see, most of the shape on the triangle is most of the shape on the loading bearing tower is triangle. So triangle is the strong shape and the strong structures for engineering, because what if we put the load on top of the triangular loading bearing tower, the force will be distributed on the side of the triangle. This is our final prototype of loading bearing tower. So we move it 360 degrees to see the front, the side view.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Asnawi bin Omar. My metric number is AN190136. Today I will present about our project management under cost management and professional ethics, BNJ 30702 section 2. In this chapter, I will go for project summary. What can I summarize from this project is how we in group manage the project from starting the project until the ending. Based from our research, project is a transitory effort undertaken to develop a product or outcome. Next, project management is a application of techniques, skill, knowledge, and quality experience to accomplish project objective. So, we have decided to manage projects through load bearing tower with a correct technique based on project management. The key to achieve a good project is project planning. This is a process of document the project overview, project scope, project schedule, and supporting plan. From that, we have implement project management into our existing project that have assigned before to create a strategic alignment, quality control, project progress, and clear focus on objective project. Next is project duration. Project duration is the basic project management characteristic that show the working times that we have used to finish the project. The total sum of working period that characterize the timeline of project work and required to complete the list of activities in schedule that project manager have set. Let's see in the table. This is a sample of project duration. For the more detail on project duration, we have doing by using Microsoft Project. This is project duration that we built on Microsoft Project. First column is our project title, Project Solid Mechanic, Straw Load Bearing Tower. For the duration of the project, we have explained about the task on 16 April 2020 and deadline for submission is 7 May 2020. Next is initiation of our project. First is develop plan. We taking time on develop plan about 1 day and we have take about 1 hour to distribute the task with our member in meeting. For the next part is our execution part. First detail is about designing prototype. We have take 6 hours to design a good prototype refer on internet. Next, we have built the prototype about 2 days to complete it. Next, we have test and record the experiment onto the project about 4 hours, and the last one, calculation for the experiment have taken 3 hours to complete it. At finishing part, we do some editing on video presentation for all group members about 6 hours to finish and doing a complete report for 4 days. And the last one, we have checked the report and decide to submit the report by the deadline 7 May 2020. And the last one, all project have taken 16 days to finish it.
My name is Muhammad Zulkifli bin Azmi. So we will discuss about the objective of this project. So we have 4 main objectives here. The first one is complete and effective creation and execution of all project processes. So this is important for succession the project. Whatever the scale of the project, there are 5 different project life cycle stages that are all equally important. First, it is inception, then planning and design, next is construction and execution, then is monitoring and control, the last one is completion. The successful completion of a project is depend on the smooth and continuous development and execution of all the stages listed above. So, we need to follow those stages to make sure that our project runs smoothly. The next point is to make productive gradients, effective communication, and appropriate management of the project team. So, it is important to remember that the success or failure of the object is strongly depend on cooperation, and that collaboration is the key to project success. The development of effective communication channel is critical to achieving this goal. Besides, information must be communicated in the clear and comprehensive manner so that everyone can understand it completely. On the other hand, the capacity to listen and accept constructive criticism is essential. The third objective is the achievement of project main goal with the limitation that have been set. Among the most significant project limitations are scope, which refer to the primary objective of the project being finished within expected time frame, while maintaining the expected level of quality and staying within the project financial budget. So, successful implementation with the established time frame always has a positive impact on an evaluation of a project performance and successful. The last one is to apply the concept of project management in our project. This is important in ensuring that the project runs according to the timeline that has been established. Good project management will lead to the high final production. So we will move to the scope of our project. So basically our project is about a load-bearing tower. So the main focus is to understanding of the balance of strength by building this tower. Next, how we evaluate data acquired from the balance of force by carrying out this project. The last one is illustrate and apply our expert to the basic principle of the issue with the written project report.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Shahid bin Azhari, match number CN190186. For the management of the project, we put a Gantt chart as a monitor and as a guide in order to complete our project based on our activity starting from week 1 to week 12. Okay, firstly we planning. We start from week 1 and research week 1 to week 3. Report we start week 3 to week 11. Design week 3 and week 4. Implementation, build a prototype week 4 and to week 11. And testing and follow up the report week 10 to week 11. And lastly presentation we will have on week 12. In week 1, after lecture give us instruction for the final group project, we find our group's member consists 5 students and we set the time to the first meeting. Okay, first of all, we start with planning by appoint each group's member for position by vote. Our hierarchy consists of the leader, vice leader, secretary, and 2 executive. After the leader was elected, the leader was briefing and give the explanation about the project to all of group's member. We have been instructed to design and build a model of loading bearing tower by using straw by applied solid mechanic force theory. After that we were direct to do a research about the tower and their application in this tower. Okay, we gain information from the books in library, and we also browsing it from the internet, find the article or journal and that are related for our project. And we also gain more information by the problem that we did not know or we did not understand by brainstorming inside our group. And the all information that we gain, we record and note. This research took almost 3 weeks, starting from week 1 to week 3. The end of the week 3, we do a meeting with our group's member to discuss the project and the report of the project. We will divide the task to complete the report based on the research that we do in week 1 to week 3, and must have a progress every week until week 11. The leader also give us to tell to the group's member if any part we did not understand and try to find the solution together. The leader also give the task to each group member to design by sketching the tower, and the end of the week 4 the end must submit, and the best will be chosen as a guide to build a prototype. In week 4 we do a meeting to discuss net progress project. This meeting is also to see the progress of part of the report each group member. At the end of the meeting, we find out our problems in the report and find solution among groups member. The leader will also told us to that we need to do implementation of prototype and also give due date to complete this. Build a prototype straw bearing loading tower by using straw at the end of week 9. We also discuss what is need to buy in order to build a tower and where to buy it. For the prototype development, firstly, we improve the sketching, the draft of the prototype that we choose. We will decide to build two different shape of the prototype, that is square and triangle, then compile the strength of the tower. For the implementation of the prototype, we took almost 5 weeks to finish because our group's member is not fully free at the same time. We finally finish our prototype in the end of the week 9. The reason why we can complete the task in time because according the Gantt chart and follow up and commitment that I show from our group's member. The leader also make a meeting by face to face and using WhatsApp video call to see and also discuss the progress of the report each member and find the solution if any problem do not understand from week 4 to week 9. In the week 10 to week 11, after the prototype was done, the prototype was tested by stacking book and determine the amount can load that bearing tower support. This tower was test 26 kg of the book and it was successful and passed our target. The leader was commanded to prepare the slide and mental physical of each member were in optimal. The presentation will be running in week 12. Before the presentation, we will recheck to the all component and attachment that were complete and do not have any left behind.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Abdullah Kabir bin Saharuddin. So I'm the leader of the group Violet. Today I'm going to explain to you about the problem solving slide. Okay, so first of all, what we need to know is the strength that can be held or taken for this bearing load tower. So I have showed on how I do the tower and how I'm dealing with the load on the tower. So the endurance and the durability of the tower also recorded so that we can have a proper calculation on normal stress, the strain, and then the hoop stress and the longitudinal stress. Okay, so that next is we need to implement a way or step to overcome the problem that occurred in constructed the tower. Okay, so that I have been appointed as the leader of the group. It is through the voting, so it is a democracy voting. So as the leader, I need to communicate with all the group members. So every day I will ask for the report progress or any problems that are related to this project, so that the verbal and written communication skills are being implemented in the project, so that it will become to the communication success. Besides that, I also not forgotten my assistant of this project, which is the vice leader, Muhammad Asnawi, so that my assistant and me are helping all the team members to motivate the colleges and keep working together smoothly, so that there are a lot of responsible for us to take care of our teammate. After that, I also negotiate with appropriate schedule and the scope to all the group members. So if you are the secretary, you need to know how to be the secretary. If you are the executive 1 or executive 2, you need to know what is your job as an executive. If you are the vice leader also, you need to know what is your job. Okay, so that everyone is satisfied with the skill developed and improved through the experience. Okay, if they get the position. So it is important for me to develop an organizational system. Okay, through the hierarchy, I'm the top one of the hierarchy, so that uh, there are what we call that a two-way communication in the hierarchy. Everything that occurred in this project, I need to know, so we can take it to the electronic note or on the paper, so that this project have a really good project schedule. So our project schedule is a timetable that organize our project tasks, the activity durations, and sets overall project on the timeline. So we can see the project duration that have been made by our vice leader. So it is an essential tool to deliver a project on time within the time frame that have been given by Dr. Mazlana, so that we can cope with the time and the budget cost with this project. So project meeting to form organization is also important and essential for us in the hierarchy of the organization. Starts from leader, vice leader, the secretary, the executive one, and the second executive. Okay, so that everyone knows their job and their scope, so that they can cope with their work, so that our jobs will becomes easier. This helps us to make a weekly progress meeting, which is I'm the chairman of the meeting every time that we do the meeting, so that every minutes of meeting have been documented by our secretary, which is Mr. Zulkifli, so that for the meeting we can solve the issue or any problem raised from our group members. Okay, so this is the role that I did from time to time. Okay, so that I've set the realistic deadlines as discussed with the team members, so that we communicate with all the team members consistently every week. Okay, so that if any progress of the project is not as expected, like some of the parts in the project is not that is not it cannot finish within the time frame in the Gantt chart, so we try to move to a contingency plan. A contingency plan which contain every member should contribute to the part until finished within the time frame, so that everyone must help the team member that do the part until it is finished within the time frame like the Gantt chart. So that I always remind all the team members time is very essential. And there's an Arab proverb which said that time is like a sword. Okay, if we not cut the time will cut us. So it is important for us to be on time and the specific time frame. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Harib bin Rozaidi and my metric number is AN190014. Okay, next is the project output. What is project output? It is the final measurement result obtained from the completion of a project about the purpose or the objective for this project. And it include analysis, calculation, basic knowledge, and research, and all tasks we plan to build the load bearing tower. And the two picture from the slide is our prototype load bearing tower. Okay, the first is the product requirement. It is the tools and equipment used to construct the load bearing tower. Then estimate with the concept that we have learned to implement into this project. Next is deliverable of the bearing tower. That is available to use for service and opportunity of the load bearing tower. Okay, next is for the conclusion. First, we are able to achieve the purpose and the main goals of this project and apply into a project management. Okay, next is the acknowledge about balance and strength of the load bearing tower apply into this project. Then next is the problem statement regarding this project will interpret and carry out to fix the issues such as the load bearing tower is low in strength, and we focus by fix the bearing load tower by strengthen the base by magnify the load bearing tower. Next is application of technique, skill, knowledge, method, and quality experience of project management apply to deliver into this project. It is to manage teammate project to handling and managing the project progress. Lastly is the problem of this project, and the way we overcome were indicated by we add more straw at the base to get it be bigger and stronger to hold heavy load.